Hey y'all, it's Michelle, Dayless TN. Today I'm going to bring you along on making another pie. I'm going to have probably 3 pie videos here, unless I get something else made to kind of break up the monotony of pies. But it's Thanksgiving week and I have been asked to make pies. I did tell my family I am capable of making other things besides dessert, but no, they want me to make dessert. So I'm going to start out with my husband's all-time favorite, since it will not be going with us to any of our family visits. He does not like to share, and we're going to be making a lemon icebox pie. Pretty much I've got all the ingredients in front of you that you need. The sweetened condensed milk, 3 eggs, lemons, and normally we use vanilla wafers, but we had these lemon wafers that we were trying. These are a Kroger brand. Let me see if I've got you too far down. Here we go. Lemon wafers from Kroger. Let's turn them that way so you can actually read it. These were at Kroger, and we decided that they might make a good crust. You don't even have to break them up. He likes them in the pie pan, just whole cookies and up the side, and that's what we do. So I'm going to do a little prep work on this stuff, and I will bring you back when we get started mixing everything up. Alright, I went ahead and juiced my lemons. You need 1/3 cup of lemon juice. If you want to use bottled lemon juice, that's fine. I have a picky person who only wants fresh squeezed, so he's a little spoiled on that. Also, what I'm going to do, that took me about 2 lemons to get 1/3 cup. And those are room temperature lemons. It used to take me about 3 until I learned the trick of letting them be room temperature. So what I'm going to do on this one, make sure you can see, is I'm going to do a little zest in here. You want about a teaspoon of lemon zest, and I'll just use this lemon in my sweet tea. Off that out the back. There we go. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's use our 1/3 cup of lemon juice to kind of wash off the stuff that's sticking. And yep, that helped get it off. Okay. And hopefully I didn't scoot too far out of frame. Alright, next we're going to add our Eagle brand, or whatever type of sweetened condensed milk you want to use, and just make sure it is the sweetened condensed milk, not evaporated. And get as much of that out of the can as you possibly can. I'm going to mix your 3 egg yolks, your condensed milk, your lemon juice, and your lemon peel. Just mix them up together. So I've got my oven preheating at, this spatula's too big, really. It's not doing a good job. Try this. And if you want to do it with a mixer, go ahead and pull it out and do it with a mixer. I'm going to use my mixer for the egg whites to beat them stiff, so if I had an extra set of mixing doodaddy thingies, whatever you call those. If I had an extra pair of those where I didn't have to wash them each time, that would come in handy. So. Alright, there we go. So we're going to call that done. Let's kind of set this out of the way and scoot you over here. And this is what I meant about for the pie crust. I'll kind of flip them all over so they're flat. Start in the bottom, kind of work your way out, and they'll kind of start working their way up the sides as you place them in there. And I'm using just a regular 9-inch pie plate. That will be plenty big enough. Don't need the deep dish for this. In fact, that doesn't seem to be quite enough filling when I have tried to use the deep dish. So if needs be, you know, break some to fit in here and fill in. And if they overlap a little bit, that's fine too. It's not that big a deal. So just want to make sure you got everything covered. Sometimes you have to break into smaller pieces to kind of fill in small holes. But my husband likes 2 desserts: banana pudding and lemon icebox pie. And that's pretty much, he will eat other things, he just would prefer these. Alright. There we go. Okay. Alright. I'm going to pour our filling in here. Like so. And I hope, yeah, y'all can see. Good. Cookies are going to tend to move around a little bit, as they like to do. And if you wanted to, you could probably even crunch up your, if you use plain vanilla wafers, or if you want to try, gosh, you could use all sorts of cookies for this. The butter cookies, shortbread cookies. You can use graham cracker crust if you want. If you want to be, you know, really quick and do one of those ready-made graham cracker crust. If you can find the Keebler shortbread ready-made crust, those are really good. I have trouble finding those in my area now. They're one of my favorites though for other pies. Okay. We're going to stick this in an oven, like I said, at 325 for about 10 to 20 minutes. I'm going to kind of check on it and see. I just want it to set up a little bit. And while I'm thinking about it, I will be putting a pie ring around this to kind of protect the edges of the cookies so they don't get too brown. So we'll be back when we bring this out of the oven. Alright, pulled my pie out of the oven. My pie ring is actually too big for just a regular 9-inch pie plate. I mean, it would work, it goes on there, but as you can see, it's not covering the cookies to protect them. So what I did is I took an old pie tin from one of those ready-made graham cracker crust that has the edges around it, just inverted it and set it over. Fits perfectly, protected the crust, and nothing burned while it was in there. So there's your real quick tip and trick. Alright, that was in there for about 15 minutes. I just kind of wanted to firm it up, let the eggs cook a little bit. And now we're going to move the camera around and we're going to make our meringue topping to go on this. So let me get that set up. Alright, I've got my 3 egg whites in a glass bowl. I'm going to advise, when you're doing meringues, you've got to whip egg whites or even whipped cream. If you're doing it from regular, just plain cream, use a glass or metal bowl. A lot of times they say if you're doing the whipped cream to chill the bowl, put it in the refrigerator or freezer or whatever, get it cold. But the reason being why you want, especially on eggs, that you want to use glass or metal is because plastic tends to retain oil. If you've had any kind of oil, even if you've washed it, that oil tends to stick to the plastic and it will prevent your egg whites from stiffening as well as they possibly can. So therefore I use glass or metal when I do egg whites. Okay, so I'm just going to start beating these, and I'm not going to make you listen to all that because it's going to get really loud. I'll try to kind of speed this up and bring you back when I'm going to start adding sugar. So they're starting to form little soft peaks there, so I'm going to start adding some sugar. I'm not going to sit here and try to really measure this out. I just kind of dump as I go. And I'm also going to add a little cream of tartar in there, maybe about a 1/4 teaspoon to that to help stiffen these up. And I'm not sure what the cream of tartar does in there. I've just heard to put it in there, so we're going to do that. All right, here we go with the sugar. I can't manage the tartar, getting the cream of tartar out one-handed. So, yeah, about a 1/4 teaspoon. There we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. And that was probably about 3 tablespoons of sugar that I put in. So, which should be plenty for us. All right, let me get these off here. Scooch you over here where you can see what I'm doing. There we are. Okay, I'm just gonna pile the meringue on. It always amazes me how much, you know, it looks like so little bit of egg white in there and how big it gets and how it just multiplies. And the funny thing is my husband really doesn't like meringue that much, but he wants it on this. So I could probably have just done this with 2 egg whites, but I'm not going to waste the egg whites. Alright, kind of put some peaks on that. And this is going to go back in the oven. I'm going to turn it down to probably about 200 because I don't want this to burn. And I'm not going to worry about putting the top on it. So anyway, because I don't know if that would clear or not. It might, but I'm not going to worry about it. So, alright, I'll bring you back when we bring it out of the oven. Alright folks, here's an example of what not to do when you are making a lemon icebox pie by putting it in the oven and getting distracted by a video that your husband's playing on Facebook and over brown your meringue. So thankfully it didn't burn, but meringue is not supposed to be quite this brown. It'll be fine. I'm going to let this cool off, and my husband likes his lemon icebox pie frozen. He's always had it that way. He said it's an icebox pie, so it's supposed to go in the freezer. So that's where I'm going to put it once it cools down enough. Hopefully when he slices into it, I will be able to get a picture of a slice of it so you can see it from the side. I don't think this will make it all the way till Thursday. This is Monday, and like I said, this is the week of Thanksgiving, so we'll see. And this is normally gone within 24 hours or less, and I'll be lucky to get just a little bite. Okay, so anyway, don't worry about trying to write down the ingredients and what to do, directions. I will have those in the description box below and save you the trouble. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll answer you as soon as possible. Appreciate likes, subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Yes, I'm going to put my mistakes on there as well as my fails, my mistakes, and my successes. So, yeah, it is what it is. Thank you for watching. Happy cooking, and we'll talk to you later.